Across Los Angeles County. Joining us now from Altadena is California Senator Alex Padilla. Senator, it's a pleasure always to see you. These are very difficult times, 6 days and counting, fighting these fires. What are you seeing and hearing about the efforts on the ground?
Well, good to see you, Jose. Thanks for all your attention on this. I will tell you, the biggest news of today is the incoming winds and the weather over the next 24, 48 hours. Firefighters have been on the job, as you know, trying to gain control and to contain the various fires burning in Los Angeles. But the potential for flare-ups is real. And so we're vigilant, asking everybody to continue to obey evacuation warnings and evacuation orders as the authorities dictate.
Senator, the California governor has called for an independent investigation into the issues around the lack of water, for example. Is that enough? What do you think accountability should look like?
Yeah, look, there's a lot going on simultaneously. The investigations have begun to what caused the fires. But to reiterate the point about these red flag conditions, regardless of the cause, we knew that when it's dry, when it's warm, and when the winds are high, the potential for a fire to spread is enormous. That's what led to the multiple fires last week that we're still grappling with, and our concern for potential new fires or flare-ups. That's why there's so many personnel assigned to this. In the meantime, we're focusing on suppression and as well beginning to think and have the conversations about the recovery and rebuilding part of all this, because for the more than 100,000 people that have been displaced, the thousands and thousands of homes that have been lost, there has to be hope. We will recover, we will rebuild not just homes and communities, but lives.
What are some of the things that you think need to be instituted going forward so that people can rebuild after just this destruction moment?
Yeah, look, just as you've seen federal, state, and local agencies all coordinating to combat these fires, the recovery and rebuilding will require federal, state, and local collaboration as well. Beginning with the emergency assistance that President Biden has already offered, I'm working with my colleagues, both sides of the aisle, to make sure that that support continues for Los Angeles to rebuild. You're hearing announcements from the governor as they begin their budget process on what that will take. And it's everything from core infrastructure that every community relies on to the expediting of building permits so homes can be rebuilt. Paying attention to workforce concerns. Are we going to have enough carpenters and electrical workers, just on and on and on, and building materials to be able to rebuild as quickly as possible. So we're all in constant communication on the short-term, midterm, and long-term issues with families first and foremost in mind.
And Senator, you know that President-elect Trump has been extremely critical of the leadership in the state of California, both local, state, as well as, county-wise. What's your message to the president-elect?
Look, just get it together, man. This is not the time to take political pot shots at anybody. Families are hurting. People have fled fires. They're struggling and seeking to rebuild their lives. A true leader will act to unite people. And so he can start by accepting the invitation that so many have extended to him to come out, not just to tour the devastated areas, but speak to the devastated families and offer support. Firefighters here will tell you what's really happening on the ground. Don't believe everything you see on social media.
Senator Alex Padilla, I thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.